Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to start a explanation of the Quran in English. Okay, this is for those people that maybe they want to give da'wah in English, or maybe they're a new Muslim, or maybe not even a new Muslim, but you need more information about Islam to get a better understanding. So, we're going to read together. We're going to read starting from Surah Al-Baqarah, because before I did a video on Surah Al-Fatiha, the opening chapter. So today, we're going to take a short video, and so each day we'll take another short video until we finish the Quran. Also, there will be videos on the Hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and also videos on the history of the Prophet ﷺ, as we call it, seerah, or the history. Alright, so those are some very important things that all Muslims need to know. And a lot of times we fall into problems in our life because of our ignorance, or because of our not knowing. For those who don't like the word ignorance, ignorance means not knowing. It may mean that you just don't know something, but all of us are ignorant of something. But you wouldn't be labeled ignorant just because you're ignorant of something. Alright, so we want to increase our knowledge, because the Prophet ﷺ made it very clear that if you strive on a path seeking knowledge, that Allah will also make it easy for you to go to paradise. So this will help to make it easier for us to go to paradise. Don't think that only this video will be benefiting you, it will be benefiting me as well, because I'll be reminded of things that perhaps I may have forgotten, or things that I didn't think about recently. So it's a reminder for me as well when I do these brief little videos and lessons. It's a reminder for me too. Also, getting the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is also beneficial to me if I keep my intentions pure. My intentions are pure. So firstly, I'm doing this, as a reminder to me. But then there will be other people who will benefit as well. So let's get started and not spend a lot of time about the introduction. But let's start, reading Surah Al-Baqarah in English. And this is a translation of the explanation of the Quran from Arabic. Because firstly, we need to know that the Quran has been revealed in the Arabic language. So there's no such thing as a translation of Allah's words. No, Allah's words are in Arabic. Alright, so therefore we are translating the explanation of the meaning of the Quran. The Quran is in Arabic. So we're going to be discussing the meanings of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in Arabic. Alright, and this translation of the meanings of what Allah has said was done in Saudi Arabia, by a noble scholar of Islam, a very knowledgeable scholar of Islam, Muhsin Khan, and he takes all of his explanations from authentic sources, from Sahih Bukhari, from Sahih Muslim, and so forth, and Tafsir, Ibn Kathir, and so forth. So it's not just, from his opinion. No, because that's why we fall into a lot of problems in Islam, because we're doing things according to our opinion and not basing it on the original sources, which is the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. The way the Prophet ﷺ said, did, and approved of things. There's also called silent approval. If somebody did something in front of the Prophet ﷺ and he saw that and heard that and didn't say anything, it's also considered a part of the Sunnah, because it's from silent approval. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would not allow anything to be done wrong in front of him, if he knew that it was wrong. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also sent down revelations whenever the Prophet ﷺ didn't know that something was wrong or right, to guide the Muslims during his time and after his time until the Day of Judgment. Walhamdulillah. So know that that's the Sunnah. Everything that the Prophet ﷺ said, did, and approved of. Alright, so we have our two authentic sources, the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Alright? After that, if there's something that we cannot understand from those two sources, then we use them as our foundation by which the scholars try to come up with an understanding that doesn't contradict the Qur'an and the Sunnah, but is in line with the Qur'an and the Sunnah. Alright? And that's where we have the ulama, the scholars. Right? They can't contradict the Qur'an and the Hadith to come up with something. So this is why Islam is guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not our opinion, our thoughts, our feelings, not based on guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, it's firstly the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is based on the Qur'an and the Sunnah, the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu, all the things that he said, did, and approved of. Alright? So inshallah ta'ala, try to pay attention to what I'm saying. If you have any questions, feel free to make notes, to send me messages, and I will try my best to respond to all of them. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you will become good people who are going to take this beautiful message of Islam to other people. As whatever you can do, do it. Like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Balu wa anni wa la ayah." So even if you only know one little thing about Islam, even if you only know that you are sure that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, and that's all you know, then take that message to other people. If all you know is that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, and for sure that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ibn Abdullah was the messenger and the final messenger and prophet of Allah, then take that message to people as well. Alright, so this was just an introduction, and inshallah ta'ala, I will start with the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah because I have to answer the telephone now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.